So it is 5:32 on Wednesday, January 9th, 2019. I'd like to call this meeting of the Urbana Human Relations Commission to order. Can we have a roll call, please?
Francis Rigberg Baker.
Here.
Carol Bradford. Stacy Burnett.
Here.
Lisa Mosley.
Here.
Daniel Larson. Peter Resnick.
Here.
Catalina Thomas.
Here.
Samuel Bindum. Lolita Dumas.
Here.
Brianna Donald.
All right, we have 6. That's a quorum. So let's move on to approval of the agenda. Do we have a motion for approval of the agenda?
I move we approve today's agenda.
Second.
So we have a motion by Lisa. Dear Lord, I've dropped your name momentarily. Katie, thank you. I kept going with Kathleen. Yeah, Katerina, and yes. Motion by Lisa, second by Katie. Do we have any changes, discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that carries. We've approved the agenda. Now we have the December 12th, 2018 minutes. Do I have a motion?
I move we approve December 12th, 2018 minutes.
I second it.
So we have a motion by Lisa, second by Fran. Any comments, changes? I know we had one change before the meeting
Yes,
started.
we do have a correction that Lolita Dumas was present at last month's meeting. That has been corrected.
And so I take it that's what the motion was for. Any further discussion, changes? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion carries. So the minutes are approved. Any public participation? We have none tonight, so we'll move on to old business. And the first item is discussion of the donation to the Canaan Development Foundation for the Safe House. Who wants to talk about that? Monique?
So I'll talk about it. So I did send some information out to try to give a little more clarification on what the Safe House does provide for this community. I know we spoke about it in the minutes, not the minutes, I'm sorry, the announcements last month, but us discussing it now. So what they are requesting is a grant or donation to their program. And what this program does is they actually house people that have been recently incarcerated, and they can stay in this home until they can get adequate housing and jobs. They pay to help get GEDs for some of the people that are in their programs, driver's license, picture IDs, all of that. And this is a program that is solely funded on donations from the community. So they did reach out and ask if HRC would be willing to partner with them to help with the rehabilitation with some of the people. And this house does house men and women in the Urbana community. Any questions?
Did they make a suggestion about the amount? Or do
They
we
did.
have an idea?
They made a suggestion. They asked for $300 to $500, whatever you would be comfortable with giving. They don't have a problem with giving you a list of what those funds actually go to. One of the things that they've been, I guess, struggling with is making sure that the people that are entering back into the community get housing. And that's been a struggle for them. So they would help pay for the application fees and all of that so that these people can get adequate housing.
Any other questions for Monique?
So is that what the money would be used for then, the application fee?
That was just an example
Just an
of what
example.
what it be used for. I sent out a email earlier today with their information. You actually can go on their website to see all of what they do. That was just one of the examples that they give. So
Yeah, I guess my question is, did they say specifically, or would this be just kind of a general donation then?
it's a general donation. They actually have 2 fundraisers a year. They have one in June and they have one in February. So they were sending information in basically to help with their February fundraiser that they do for the Safe House.
Fran?
Yeah, I was wondering what sort of staff they have there.
So the staff that they have there were people that actually belong. They have counselors. They do have counselors that are working there. But a lot of the staff are volunteer staff that's gone through the program before. So they actually come back and help with the different people that are being rehabilitated back to the community.
Would we be able to invite them to come and just kind of explain what they do? I think that could be nice if we want to consider a donation for them.
Yes, I absolutely can reach out to them and have a representative, see if there's a representative available. But I'm sure I'll be able to do that.
Yeah, the program's been around for a very long time. I've worked with them on several events. I was just saying that the program has been around for a very long time, and I've worked with them on several events in the past, so it's a good program.
I would say from my experience with crisis intervention, that people in crisis, one of the main recurring themes is the need for housing. And so I think this is very important and very worthwhile.
I'd just like to add that we haven't sponsored anything in a while, and I know that we have money in our budget, and this sounds like a great community opportunity for the city of Urbana and any of the residents. So I would be in favor of making a donation.
And $300 is not that much,
I was thinking
considering.
we could go to 5.
And I think in the context of the work we've been doing on discrimination and housing against people who are formerly incarcerated, this works rather well. Fran.
I have a question about whether children are able to accompany their parents.
At this particular house, there are no children at this house. They are all adults. I do know that.
So just for the individual?
Yes, it's just for the individual adults that are coming out. It's, I don't know if you've heard of a work release program or a halfway house of where people go, they're not completely off of record as far as parole or probation. So that's just like at the halfway point. So children, no.
I would like to, I'm in favor of giving them $500. I can make that motion.
If you would like, go right ahead.
I would like to make that motion.
All right, so we have a motion by Fran to donate $500 to the Canaan Development Foundation for the Safe House.
I would second that.
And we have a second by Lolita. Any further discussion? It sounds like one recommendation was to bring them in at some point to give a
I'm sure
presentation
they
to
would
us.
be excited to come in and actually speak to this body. They do a lot of work in the community, and that would just be one more way to get out what it is that they're doing. So
Exposure.
absolutely.
Great.
All right, any further discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So that motion carries, so we'll have staff draft the donation. Thank you all. We have nothing listed in new business for this evening, so we'll move straight on to staff report. First on the list is the approval of the EEO workforce statistics. Vasilia, would you like to
Yes.
walk us through?
Okay, you have a grand total of 2 vendors this evening. Okay. You have a new application, Waters Mowing Service, and we're recommending a 2-year approval for them. They have a total of 8 employees. And then we have a renewal, Davis Hulk Mechanicals, and they have, Monique just pointed out, correction, a total of 100 employees. And we're recommending 6 months because their minority representation is pretty low at this point. What I would recommend is between now and the time that the certification expires again, that we ask for additional information and invite them in to make a presentation to the commission. because I'm not quite sure what's going on. They are located in Urbana. And so I'm not sure if they have some type of unique situation or what, or if we can offer them some form of guidance in terms of recruitment.
Any questions for Cecilia? On the Davis Hoke, I'll mention, since the numbers made me go look, the number of craft workers they have is something like 70 or 80. It looks like it's a seasonal thing. They drop them all and then hire them all, or hire a bunch of the same number back. And they succeeded this year in dropping them all and losing one of the 3 minority folks they had in that category. So yeah, there's something problematic going on there.
I agree with your recommendations, Cecilia, just to make sure we're not missing something. Having them come in, I think is great opportunity for us to clear up anything. But I also agree with the 6 month.
Okay.
So do I have a motion? And you can do them both at the same time if you want, since it's only 2.
I move that we approve Waters Mowing Service for 2 years and renew Davis Houck Mechanical for 6 months with a letter inviting them to come and explain their hiring situation.
I second.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that carries, so we are all approved.
Okay.
And going on to the HRO activity report. Ms. Vacilia?
Well, you'll see some reoccurring subjects on here with just some minor updates. What I really want to focus on tonight is the MLK program that is scheduled for next Friday, 4 o'clock at Vineyard Church. We have worked extremely hard in terms of the quality of the program. We have Father Michael Flager coming from Chicago, and his speech will deal with the whole issue of gun violence and how it impacts communities and what we can do as individuals to come together as a community and work on these issues. So that's kind of like where he'll be coming from in his remarks. We have also Barrington Coleman, and who will play during the program, and his son Crofton Coleman, who will play during the reception. And Crofton himself is very accomplished. I think I might have mentioned last time that he's on the top 10 R&B list over in the UK. So
Wow.
I'm looking forward to having him and seeing what he can do. We will, of course, have our 3 award recipients. And this year, our theme is keeping the dream alive through personal responsibility. And I think the 3 people who are receiving the awards exemplify that spirit. We have Sean Williams, who will receive the Martin Luther King Outstanding Achievement Award. Alicia Young will receive the Doris Hoskins Award. And First Followers will receive, what's the third one? Anyway, the 3rd award. So, anyway, First Followers, of course, is an organization here in town that deals with people who are looking for second chances, who might have been incarcerated or just pretty much kind of unemployable and needs a helping hand. And I think that organization is most deserving of the award. And so those three entities will receive an award. And I think our program is going to be exceptionally moving this year. So I am looking forward to having all of you there. If any of you have a couple of hours that you can volunteer to help out on Friday, it would be most appreciated. You can give Monique a call or send her an email and let her know, because she's kind of coordinating that volunteer piece. So I'm Oh, the reception is at 4 o'clock, yes. And so I sent this information out to you electronically today. So anyone that you know that you'd like to share the information with, or if you're a part of any kind of group or something that you can post this information, I would most appreciate your helping to promote the program. So that's pretty much all I have.
All right, any questions? I know Vasilia provided the report and the contacts list. Any questions on those? All right, thank you very much. Anything else from the staff?
Anything
Unless you want to cover the other MLK events.
Oh, no, you can do that.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, and as far as the complaint report
Yes.
goes, I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update. Last month, I indicated that I had 2 issues or possible complaints, and they have both proven not to be worthy of moving forward. So,
All right,
that's it.
anything else? All right, thank you very much. Any announcements?
No announcements.
That was the announcement I was going to make.
Okay. I'll just, since we're going quickly, I'll just use 2 minutes to make an announcement of my own, a little sad one, and on a personal note. On Saturday, my cousin Bunny died at the age of 90, which most of you probably don't know what that means in relation to the commission, but my cousin Bunny, my dad's first cousin actually, is Dr. Bernice Resnick Sandler. And Dr. Sandler was the godmother of Title IX, the legislation that prevents discrimination against women in education. And there have been some lovely write-ups in the New York Times and the Washington Post, but I just thought give a little remembrance of the work she had done for so many years in anti-discrimination, just to wish my family some peace. But she was just a powerhouse and really went to the end, so.
May her name be for a blessing.
Thank you, thank you. So, any other announcements? With that, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.